Welcome to 2020 Talks, where we track the 2020 elections in uncharted territory.
I'll work as hard for those who didn't vote for me as those who did. Let this grim era of demonization in America begin to end here and now.
President-elect Joe Biden and Vice President-elect Kamala Harris are focused on the transition to a new administration. Biden's expected to announce movement on his COVID-19 plan today. The first woman vice president, Harris will also be the first Black and biracial VP. In a salute to women suffragists, she wore white for her first remarks as VP-elect. She spoke about her Indian American mother.
And about the generations of women, Black women, Asian, white, Latina, Native American women, who throughout our nation's history have paved the way for this moment.
The machinery of elections will grind away until January 20th, says Georgetown law professor Joshua Geltzer.
December 8, federal safe harbor deadline. December 14, the Electoral College. January 3rd, a new Congress gets sworn in. January 6th, the joint session happens under the 12th Amendment, and the votes get open, the slates from the different states, and to the extent there's any disputes left, they're resolved.
The Trump campaign has filed about a dozen new lawsuits this past week, President Trump's falsely claiming voter fraud. So far, many prominent Republicans have either stayed quiet or followed suit, but notable exceptions include Senators Mitt Romney and Lisa Murkowski, former Florida Governor Jeb Bush, and his brother George W. Bush, the only living former GOP president. In the world of sports, the Washington, D.C. Nationals have already invited Biden to throw out the first pitch in April. As of last night, Biden had 20 more than the required 270 electoral votes. He's gotten over 4 million votes more than President Trump nationwide. Pat Rosenstiel, a Republican with the National Popular Vote campaign, says retiring the Electoral College would benefit Americans of all parties.
The system's crashing under its own weight, and the truth is it's not about the candidates, right? It's about the system. The system ends the indecisive results, which lends the chaotic messes, and we need to end that for 2024.
So far, 5 American presidents have lost the popular vote. Colorado is the latest state to join the National Popular Vote Compact, meaning they've agreed to send their 9 electoral votes to the candidate who wins the most votes nationally. The compact won't go into effect unless it's approved by enough states to get 74 electoral votes more. With Vice President-elect Harris as a potential tiebreaker in the Senate, the nation's eyes are on Georgia's January 5th runoff. Democrat Jon Ossoff against incumbent David Perdue. And here's Reverend Raphael Warnock, who's running against Republican Kelly Loeffler in a special election.
We've got 2 Senate seats in the runoff right here in the state of Georgia. That means that the road to flipping the Senate blue runs right through our state.
From Pacifica Network and Public News Service, and produced for television by Free Speech TV, I'm Lily Bolke. Thanks for listening.